have with that right now is the costs. Right now, Virgin Galactic, they just recently went up into space about 50 miles, and they have a price tag of around $250,000, and they already have over 600 people from 58 different countries signing up to go into space tourism. You can see quickly they're up over 200,000 feet, seeing the clouds. The only problem I have with this is that you're not really able to get much visuals inside of the aircraft, inside of the spaceship itself. I would like to see that more personally for myself. I think it will kind of give us what the astronauts themselves are feeling. Jeff Bezos and his brother, and then the other inhabitants of this spacecraft. It looks like they're at about 280,000 feet right now, slowly slowing down as they're kind of breaking the Earth's atmosphere. 300,000 feet now. But yeah, I think if they can bring the costs down maybe to like $50,000, I think that would be more feasible, and it could include a lot more people. But I do like the idea of once in a lifetime experiences. I think just with the whole COVID-19, people have gone through a lot, and I think that people experiences are very valuable in itself. Looks like they're hitting 0G. They've been doing that for a while. We're about almost 3.5 minutes into the flight. Pretty amazing. $350,000 feet. We can see that the spacecraft is slowing down. 200 miles an hour. Rapidly slowing down. And they're still climbing. 351,000 feet. We're about 4 minutes into the flight. Now, Business Insider estimated that the cost of this total flight was $28 million. I'm just glad that everyone's staying safe right now. I hope everybody gets back to Earth safely. Looks like they're hitting 351,000 feet, and they're slowly descending now. The rocket is, and the capsule that's on top of the rocket broke apart, and the rocket itself is going to slowly descend back down to Earth, as is the capsule separately now. So that's the main difference between the Blue Origin spacecraft and Virgin Galactic's Unity flight. The Unity flight is carried up into the air by a plane, a specialized plane, and then another plane underneath breaks off and kind of flies off into space. That I did like about that presentation, that you were able to visualize the inside, you were able to see the Earth. It was really amazing, and I do think that Richard Branson has more of a personality than Jeff Bezos. So you can see that. I'm curious as why they chose a feather for their trademark, but I think it's extremely awesome. And there goes the capsule with the 4 inhabitants in there. Jeff Bezos, his brother, and then the youngest person in space and the oldest person in space. You can see they're at around 15,000 feet. I think they're going to deploy some parachutes soon. I'm interested to see SpaceX's interpretation of this and what they're going to be able to do with the space industry. Are they going to start taking people into space as part of their business model? I'm very interested in what they'll be able to do. I know a couple years ago they did talk about making a suborbital rocket that could take you from New York to Shanghai in 39 minutes. Usually this trip takes around 15 hours right now. So see what they can do as this kind of space race. You can see they're deploying those parachutes. They're around 4,000 feet right now. Coming down 150 miles an hour. 3 parachutes. The parachutes work. That's the reason why I won't go skydiving, because you only get one shot, man. If you pull that cord and the parachute doesn't come out, you're basically done. Huge, gigantic parachutes coming down. They're at around 16 miles an hour right now. Slowly descending down below 2,000 feet. Very nice. Slowly spinning. Very excited for Jeff Bezos and company. I heard there were some people online that were kind of talking bad about them. There was some kind of petition on change.org that they had 180,000 signatures that want Jeff Bezos to stay in space and never come back down to Earth, which I thought was very strange. I think there's a lot of haters from that regard. It's kind of weird that when people are successful, people just don't want you to be alive. They kind of want to take that away. That was incredible, man. Yeah, I agree with him. I agree with him. Purple's not my favorite color, but I just have a lot of purple around me today. The Contigo Cup, the shirt, that. I'm sure they're talking talking amongst each other. You can't really hear them inside of the capsule itself, but I'm sure they're just thankful to be back down on Earth. I want to know when their next launches are going to be. And I also want to know when Elon Musk is going to go to space. So I see those trucks. I can't really identify what kind of trucks they are. I'm not sure. But of course they didn't use the road. They had to go off-road with this. So I'm just using the road that's right there. That's why you have those 4x4 trucks though. So it looks like they have some equipment on the back of the first truck. Looks like maybe some steps to be able to get out of the capsule. All that dirt. So it looks like they drilled the doors closed. And they're drilling them to open them up a little bit. Yep, that looks like Jeff Bezos, man. If I had to be a betting man. Yeah, that's him. That's that peanut head. That's awesome. Everybody looks like they're okay. Everyone's healthy. That's really great. Would you want to fly on Blue Origin, or would you want to fly on Virgin Galactic's plane up into space? And where does space truly start? I think there's been some arguments here. Jeff Bezos's rocket did get higher. It was, I think, about 65 miles above the Earth, while Richard Branson's plane was about 50 miles above the Earth. But I have to go with Richard Branson with the visuals. Definitely, I think they did a great job. And they were also pilots of the plane, which I think made the experience, the passengers could just kind of relax, have that weightlessness, look out the windows. But, you know, windows on planes aren't exactly that large. I do think there's better visual opportunities for the Blue Origin, but we didn't get a chance to see that today. So it looks like everyone's standing up, unbuckled those seat belts, and they're about to get out of the capsule, man. How much do you think that Blue Origin's space flight is going to cost? You know, do you have any estimates? Maybe 300K, 500K, since you're getting the bigger visuals of space. Looks like there's a lot of family members, and you can definitely tell you're in Texas because of those cowboy hats. I was in Texas last month, and where Jeff Bezos and his brother and the other two people that were on the capsule. Alright, I think I might cut it there. Thanks for watching today. I hope you learned something. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.